Fighting under the candlelight. Welcome to Cambrian Hall. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
Time for our tale of the tape. Here comes Roy Jones Jr., 180 centimeters tall. And here is Roy Jones Jr. from Pensacola, Florida. That's the area I grew up in, and I've known about this guy for a long time. And now the boxing world is learning all about him, too. Roy.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, introducing the newly crowned champion, holding a record of 22 wins, no losses, 20 big wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the young, undefeated, and newly crowned IBF middleweight champion of the world, known as Captain Hook. Introducing Roy Jones Jr. Fighting out of the blue corner from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
This is it. This is that place. This is that.
You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. These two fighters are made for one another. These two were made for each other. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this will be like the rabbit in the headlights.
This fight has a real good flow to it. They exchange punches. He threw a punch and just got countered. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter-puncher smart.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
I love that. That jab is slick.
To win this round, get your mind back, get your focus back, and get that jab back.
And is beautiful. That's it. Just start sticking a few body shots in there.
Go back out there and win this round, all right? It's only one round that you lost. Don't worry about it. You're switching off, and you're starting to make mistakes. I need to go back out there and switch back on.
Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
And there's the bell to start round two. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. One punch could change everything in this battle. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. A counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dominate shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. That hook won't score. Good counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Back on the job. It was a god-awful round, I tell you.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. You were
You're not even in the same league as him. Come on, switch on, get your butt.
hitting your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab, and don't get
I
carried.
need to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on.
The bell rings and we start the third. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him.
Whoa, Johnny! Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Perfect counter lands. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice exchange here from both men. Nice counter shot. Counter shot lands. Nice counter punch right up the middle. A perfect counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Respect for each other's punching power. And try to relax a little bit now. Fight a little differently. How about that time counter shot? Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
Just get out there.
There's the bell for round 4. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch, counter punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And he scores with the counter. Both men step back for just a moment. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. There's a counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Here we go in round 5. Who's gonna land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's gonna come out and put the pressure on. He's gonna throw the kitchen sink at you. You gotta be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's gonna try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Beautiful counter punch. The straight right just misses. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. You'd like to see more jabs. We wanted action, and they are delivering. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you...
That's it, now breathe.
Let's start the 6th. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Catch and shoot. Good punch. punch landed. Hold that thought! Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take... And down goes Jones Jr. And there's no doubt about it, as we see it again, that body shot did them in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your ball.
That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the response though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off. Get.
Round 7, here we go. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Oh, what a punch! Failing to score with that right hook. Counter punch. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Beautiful counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. Do not throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Nice counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Is down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
God awful round that was. Come on. You let him back into the fight. You're much better than that guy.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good, man.
Get your boxing back together. Put him back in his place.
But you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely
It was a terrible round that was. Come on. You let him back into the fight. You're much better than that guy. You're much better. He's not even in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together.
And we enter the 8th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
A swing and a miss with the left hook. The courage on display here is incredible. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable.
We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
Shot from the gods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come to me.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class.